Good. Uh, Hello, my name is Habiba Salsabila. I came from electrical engineering major. So today I will tell you about what I can learn from the video of NUDC 2020 technical meeting briefing. So in this section of the NUDC 2020 technical briefing on YouTube, the speaker discussed the latest advancement in nuclear energy technology. They highlight the development of small modular reactors (SMRs) as a game changer in the industry, offering increased safety, efficiency, and cost effectiveness compared to the traditional nuclear power plants. The speaker also mentions the integrations of artificial intelligence and machine learning in nuclear energy system for predictive maintenance and optimization. Additionally, they touch upon the role of nuclear energy in achieving net zero emission and reducing carbon footprint. Overall, the speaker emphasized the potential of this technological innovation to revolutionize the nuclear energy sector and contribute into the into the more sustainable energy future. And also, what I can get from the video have like 7 points. The first point, uh, in this section of technical briefing NLDC 2020 video, the rules for debating are discussed. Every speech is 7 minutes long. Debaters are encouraged to give point of informations of P or POI and accept their opponent's POI. Three motion in tournament will be important, and debaters are won to through fulfilling logical burdens, addressing the motion, and engaging in the meta debate. Losing debates can result from irrelevancies to the motion under developed ideas, failing to respond to opponent, and not proving why your team is better than others. Opening team must present the most important issues, explain their stance, and take POI from closing team for strategic reason. Extension are also required and they must be new and stronger than opening arguments. On the second point, the speaker discussed the roles of different team members in debate and differences between analyst and policy motions. The speakers explained the analyst motions ask for the value judgment of an item, while policy motions advocate for a specific action and requires an argument on how the action will play out. The speaker also mentions that three are other types of motion, such as those looking back into the past or those expressing a preference for certain world, and emphasize the opposition's teams cannot invent a new world to compare it, but must defend the status quo. The speaker provides examples to clarify the concept and encourages the team members to understand their roles and contribution to debate. And the number three of point, the speaker discussed various types of motion their definition in debate. There are four types of motion: factual, value, definition, and policy. The actor motion is an addition to any of previous types, requiring arguments be anchored to specific interests of the actor mentioned in the motion. The definition of motion is not a direct definition, but rather what it holistically means. Debates are not assumed to happen in specific places, times, unless indicated by the motion. Definitions can only be challenged by the team opposing the definition. Fiat means the motions is assumed to pass, and debate should ask the value of action when it's done. Best practice of our arguments include having a clear premise, reason, or factors support the idea, and comparison to show why the arguments matter. Responses can be negation, which flips the structure of the argument, or negation, which proves why the open impact are not great as a claim. Number 4, the speaker also discussed strategies for effective debate participation. Firstly, debate should compare the arguments to those their opponent and focus on quality of elaboration. There is no difference between argument and response. There and integrating them can save time. Debates should identify and tackle their opponent premise directly. Regarding POI, debaters should engage in cross-bench discussion, accept at least one POI per speaker, and limit the responses to 15 seconds, avoiding wasting time by asking direct questions and writing them down. Common mistakes include not taking POI, or not answering them using directory definition, making the motion too specific, and repeating oneself. The speaker also introduced new terms such as stance, framing, counterfactual, and status quo, which can help debaters strategically position their arguments and rules. The guidelines for conduct during debates competitions are discussed, and contestants are expected to maintain general decency and respect equity rules and represent their university. And number 5, the speaker also discussed about various aspects of policy debates, including different types of motion and the role of fairness and impartiality for debate judges. The speaker explains that there are three main types of debate: value debates, comparison debates, and policy debates. In value debates, the House prefers a certain value or status quo, and the team must argue for or against it. And comparison debate, the House prefers one thing over other, and the team must defend their preferred option or argue for the alternative. In policy debates, the House believes that a certain action should be taken, and they must evaluate the benefit and risks of proposed policy. And number 6, the speaker also emphasized the importance of fairness and impartiality for debate judges. Judges should avoid imposing unfair burdens on teams, ensure that questions are asked consistently, and evaluate the value of arguments rather than just their presence. They should also avoid judging based on the absence of material and or contradiction, and avoid demanding more times or words as a sole metric for a good contribution. During the conference process, judges should focus on key of point in comparisons, formulate initial calls, and prioritize important points. Chairs are responsible for providing the oral adjudication to teams and ensure that discussions stay in topic. To achieve a good consensus, the speaker advised focusing on key points in comparisons, being nice in opinions, avoiding bias, and asking the prompt answer. And number 7, and the last point, the speaker challenges several common beliefs about policy debates, including the notion that the principle should weigh less than practical arguments, and identify a contradiction is enough to give speaker credit. Instead, a speaker must explain why contradictions matter greatly and respond to earlier statement. Longer explanation do not necessarily justify a win, and they must explain the value of their additional mechanism. And the next questions: how this video reflection give reflection for my previous task. So this video provides a reflection on my previous task. Of course, it has a very extraordinary impact because I know how debate should be carried out, and the points of motion above certainly guide me to bear in my next assignment. So thank you so much and goodbye.